What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back again with a brand new video, and today I want to try the brand new Grove Ranger healing ranged archer based legendary enchant on Project Ascension Season 8. It just came out with Chapter 2. It's very weird, very ridiculous if I'm honest with you, but we're going to try to make it work. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's jump right in. Okay guys, Grove Ranger, we're going to do this video a little bit differently. I'm going to start off by just telling you guys exactly what Grove Ranger is all about, and we're going to jump right into leveling and nothing else, right? So Grove Ranger, going to get to max, obviously, and do mythics. Grove Ranger, though, what is it all about? First of all, I have to have the primary stat of Spirit. I have to use Arcane Shot and Serpent Sting, and this is what's going to happen to them. Arcane Shot is transformed into Blooming Shot, Serpent Sting is transformed into Medicinal Sting, and while in the Spirit allocation, 100% of my agility is converted to ranged attack power, and I do 20% less damage to players. So this is the stacking buff I get by using my stuff. So Grove Ranger stacks up to 6. Wild Growth consumes 1 stack to increase all healing received from my allies from Medicinal Sting, and Healing Touch and Regrowth consume 2 stacks to reduce the cast time by 50% per stack, essentially making it instant cast at 2 stacks. Now Blooming Shot, a ground targeted shot, I can show you right here. You shoot the ground, boom, and what it's going to do is it's going to heal allies, and it's going to damage enemies for a far greater amount than it's healing allies for. It triggers blooming, and when this buff wears off, your next blooming shot goes big mode, right? 100% increased damage and healing and 40% reduced cost. You can see that there with nature's power, so that's what I get. Also castable while moving. Lastly, medicinal sting. Sting somebody, do damage to them, and heal up to 5 allies around the target every time it does damage, and that's it. It also says the healing does not scale with spell power. And yeah, guys, let's just jump right into it. This should be a whole lot of fun. It's a healing range class. Let's make it happen. Alright guys, we're gonna do this one a little bit different. Let's just jump into a dungeon. I'm level 19. I've got everything I need to play Grove Ranger, and we'll really check it out at max. But for now, we're gonna be going in with Healing Touch, Rejuve, with the Aspect of the Hawk, Auto Shot, Blooming Shot, Medicinal Sting, and some leftover stuff like Purify, which is actually pretty good as well, removing magic effects, poison effects, disease effects, and I like that. So, this has been a really weird spec to play so far, and there's gonna be a lot of theory crafting going on with this one, guys. But, you know what? I'm up for the challenge. A lot of people have been complaining about this spec, saying, oh my god, I keep getting Grove Rangers in my groups and they suck. So I feel like, unlike the Dark Ranger, which is pretty much guaranteed to play really well for you and everybody knows it's good, is probably way too overpowered at low levels as well, especially in low level BGs. We've got something that we can actually work on here to try to make it good ourselves, right? So I'm going to Blooming Shot these guys. Now you'll notice they keep evading. They evade the damage portion of the Blooming Shot, so it heals and does damage. It is targeted, so that is a little weird. People can run out of it. Oh, we got a level right here. We've got Tremor Totem. I'll take the utility any day of the week. All right, can I keep this guy up? So I've got Rejuves I can put on people, and I'm going to end up getting Regrowth as well if everything goes well. And otherwise, it's just going to be using Medicinal Sting. Oh my god, these guys are immune! No! When they're immune to my freaking nature poison damage. Okay, well, I can still Blooming Shot. Now, you're seeing I'm getting Grove Ranger stacks right here. This is giving me reduced cast time on my Healing Touch, and in the future, same thing with Regrowth as well. And Wild Growth, there's some synergy with that, and that's going to be very pivotal when that happens. So far, so good, to be honest with you. I mean, Blooming Shot right here, Rejuves up on this guy as well. I can go for the Healing Touch. Now, the only good saving grace is that Blooming Shot has no cooldown and Medicinal Sting as well. Very spammable, and it really adds a lot, because if you think about it with Grove Ranger, they didn't add a lot. They gave you 2 new abilities. 2 is not a lot, really, by Ascension Legendary enchant terms nowadays, when it's supposed to be something big like this. Oh, guys, people are so low. Okay, Rejuve on this guy, Rejuve on this guy. Blooming Growth's already up. I can go for the Healing Touch. Why not? 400 crit. There's actually some interesting synergy. I mean, the Healing Touch actually has a talent right here that gives you 3% more physical damage, 9% more Healing Touch crit. Typically, for me, that's just something I meme around with if I get Healing Touch on a guy that's also physically based on Ascension. Or something where if I really want Healing Touch to be good, I just go for that portion only. But I rarely use both in a really real sense, and Grove Ranger theoretically allows me to do that. Okay, what do we get here? Wrath, Shackle, no. All right, pretty much all garbage. Blooming Shot's going out. Rejuves are going out. Okay, what else? Oh, Disengage! mage. I do like that. I want that. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. I really wanted that on my dark ranger too, but we got blink, which is still fine. But earth totem mastery, I did actually want that. You get strength of the earth. There we go. I benefit from the agility, right? It's just really, really weird, guys. Like, this is such a weird enchant. Like, the primary stat, I feel like they messed up and they meant to make the primary stat agi. I really do think that, but I could be wrong, because honestly, what's intuitive to me is making the main stat requirement agi and then making it to where 100% of your agi goes towards your healing spell power, and then you have a perfect little hybrid right there. And then obviously I would personally throw in one extra ability that's unique, but hey, that's just me. I don't know. It is really weird. It's like the spirit's not that good. I wonder if I'm just going to go for intellect agi gear and just force myself into spirit main stat. It's not totally bad, right? Spirit main stat means if I go for what I'm currently doing, which is 2 one-handed weapons, I get 5% more healing baseline. That's really good. Okay, quick Scarlet Monastery on my way to max to see how that goes. I'm gonna have to really keep track of using healing touch as consistently as possible. Get off those medicinal stings. Let's see if it starts working the way it's supposed to work, right? I see a 70, I see an 11 going out right there. Maybe that's part of it. Healing touching for 379. You know, I think I've already figured out what might end up being the problem with this spec, which is that I don't think they intended for this spec to even be about the special stuff. It feels like an oversight. It feels like it's going to be wild growth and healing touch probably, right? Because like I'm looking at this right now and like the special spells, they don't do anything to keep these people up. So that's like, it could be a low level thing though. We'll see at max. What do we get right here, by the way? You get skill card, earth living weapon. That's going to help. Every time I do a direct heal, I have a 20% chance to give a hot on them. I like that. Okay, like a 430 right there. I can medicinal sting these guys, but I feel scared using medicinal sting. I really do. Like, it just doesn't feel like it's doing anything actually right now. So I've got rejuves up on literally everybody going for the blooming shot. Probably where the memes are coming from, where people are like, oh my god, these grove rangers, they're not doing any healing. I'm just kind of hoping people level up. All right, let's just try using medicinal sting a couple times. I mean, that's the best I could do at the moment. Use it on that guy. What's it healing for? 71s, I think. I can't really tell. Like, how close do you have to be? I think part of the problem is you have to be too close for the sting to actually heal anybody. So I've got it on this guy. Look, everybody's grouped. Nobody's taking any healing right now. So maybe it's bugged actually, which would be a big F. Okay, I'm starting to get kind of the hang of it, but they're leveling up, so it's kind of skewing my results at the same time. I don't know. I don't want to talk out of my ass too much, but yeah, it's really tough right now. Okay, what do we get? What do we get? We have demoralizing. Oh, healing rain. I'll take it just because I could really use some help right now. How's the healing rain, dude? Look at the freaking... What? Is this broken? Is it really healing for that much? Look at this. Is healing rain overtuned? Did I just realize this? Oh my god. So, okay, very interesting to figure this out. You can't cast it while moving. Okay. All right, we're going again, guys. We've learned some things. Healing rain is really, really nice. We don't have that much AoE, weirdly enough, despite having medicinal shot and blooming shot. I mean, 26 off that versus the healing rain. Let's see what this does. I just want to guarantee I know what I'm talking about. 575. What the hell? Hope they don't change it because of the video. That's actually really interesting. All right, blooming shot on this guy. Can I medicinal sting all the little gnomes? And will it do anything? No, they're all dead. Oh no, dude. Maybe it'll be better in mythics. We will try mythics. Oh god. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Drop the totem. I know, I get it. But let's just think about this for a moment. Right now, at low levels, it is only 16 agi. All right, let's medicinal sting this guy. Maybe on bosses, things will like shine better. We can rejuve the couple people on our team that might need it. All right, dungeon's already done. Wow, I freaking love the brand new version of Gone Men. Wait, I just got a Tuscan helm from the spirit option. Ascension, come on, bro. It's like when you look over here at this and you see that they have spelling mistakes. Like they called it medicine sting up there on the very top and not medicinal. It's like, you know, you got to get the little things right before you focus on the macro. That's what I think. Obviously, we're just bantering and talking together right now as I get through this one dungeon. It looks like the healing is going really well, though. Of course, we're not really utilizing the blooming shot as much or the medicinal sting. I'll do 3 medicinal stings right here, by the way, and we'll see. Is it any good? But yeah, we're just trying to make this go through. Like, I don't see any healing from the medicinal sting. Do you? Bro, I feel so bad for these guys. Okay, we're at the last boss, and they are starting to die to dumb stuff, and it's not their fault, really. It's just like Grove Ranger right now, so. However, once again, this healing rain is nuts. Just watch it as I, like, basically auto-attack AFK on this guy, and, oh, I can't actually medicinal sting him. And look at the 619s. Like, that's a fun spell. That's what I was expecting from Blooming Shot and Medicinal Sting. Is like the power that Healing Rain makes me feel. You really can't beat it, right? Okay, that's the dungeon. What do we get? Whirlwind, Drain, Soul, Frostbolt, garbage, garbage, and garbage. And yeah, that's basically it. Nothing else. What level are you right now? 38? I'll take it. Okay, one more dungeon to go, guys, for our Prestige Daily. And then we're just going to skyrocket to max. All right, guys, more Gone for the final dungeon on our way to 60 right now. Okay, I do finally see some healing. So I had to take the trinket on and back off. Half of it just quit working. If it actually is healing for 96s right now, that's actually not bad. So I am actually getting my blooming buff now. I wasn't getting it in the previous dungeons. Crazy little bug. bugs, man. So, okay, one of the things I'm going to do for this particular dungeon is I'm not going to use Healing Rain one time, just so I can try to practice using everything else, basically. The Healing Touch is fine to use as part of the rotation. Otherwise, looks like Blooming Shot might finally be okay. We can go ahead and... Oh, yeah, 1200 crit right there. Okay, what do we get? What do we get? Aspect of the Pack, Mind Vision, Fire Blast, Garbage. Oh, my God, dude. All these rolls have just been bad. And then you could say, okay, what are you supposed to get that's good? Good point. I don't know, really, for this build at this level. Okay, so we've got, let's see, 19 more levels to go. I'm going to speed run it real quick, and we'll start messing with this spec at max, guys. Alright guys, listen up. I am in Stranglethorn Vale right now. We are on the hunt for 2 epic enchants. We're currently max level. We've got the build we want to try with the Riptide, with the Wild Growth, with everything you've seen. So much utility, so much good stuff. Currently, I'd like to get my hands on Symbiotic Serendipity, which is going to be reducing the cast time on Healing Rain just by playing my class, and it's going to give me more spellcasting speed, which, theoretically, assuming this works the way I think it's going to work, it's going to make my dots tick faster, because I did make it to where all of them scale through haste with my talents, so that's pretty good. Plus the Healing Rain synergy, reducing the mana cost and cast time, that's really good as well. I also want to go over here, and every 5th Riptide will replicate the Riptide and increase its duration by 12 seconds. Let it chain forever, you know? Both of these are worldforged enchants, though. Both of them basically came out in the last few months. I haven't played with them ever, so we have to farm them out for the very first time. Okay, guys, very first step is going to be Moonglade, right? Because we got to go to Moonglade, turn in 15 Righteous Orbs and 15 Living Essence to some guy, and he's going to give me Symbiotic Serendipity. We're going to hope that that's actually somewhat decent. Of course, like I said, there may actually be a bit of theory crafted here because it's just kind of random. Like, how do you make a freaking weirdo spec like this work? And by the way, that wasn't cheap. 15 Righteous Orbs. I can't remember. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe 100 gold, 150 gold. But the Living Essence, that's what really got me. That was probably closer to 200 gold for 15. We're talking somewhere between 350 and 500 gold, maybe. Maybe you'll get lucky and the prices will go down for this one enchant. It's not a very common one. You know, healing in general is not very common, so I don't really think you could put almost any healing enchant in the common category per se, depending on how you look at it. But this one in particular was expensive for the majority of people, especially if you don't know if it's gonna work. Who knows, man? Maybe it'll actually be good. Let's fly to Moonglade and let's make the first one happen, and then we'll go farm out the next one, and I'll tell you where we're gonna get it. All right, here's the guy, Mydron Light Swift. So we have Symbiosis with a Light Quest, and there you go. We can turn this in right now, and we are going to get the random enchant, Symbiotic Serendipity. And you know what? I've been looking at this spec while we've been on our way here. I changed some things around. I went full on into as much spell crit and then ways to get spirit as I could. And then I went into this talent, Meditation, to give me spell crit as a percentage of my spirit. Now, this is really good because Druid has a lot of ways to give you plus spirit. So I get 30% more spirit just by using things like regrowth and healing touch. I then slimmed everything down. I realized a lot of the times I do go too far, so I thought let's slim it down first. And here's what it's going to be. It's mostly healing touch, maintain the regrowth. Both of these have increased chance to crit, regrowth by 25%, this by 9%, and then all the other talents. We are currently at 35% just about crit, and so that's quite a lot. High chance, really low gear for that much crit, right? And then Riptide's just extra, and then when we get that extra enchant, we know that just by keeping this up on cooldown, that's going to be very, very strong. And if we crit with the Riptide, we also get the bonus from this talent right here, Ancestral Awakening, which is when I crit with Riptide, I have a chance to heal somebody else for 30% of the amount healed. Lots of AoE, right? To me, the way this looks is that I'm just going to throw in the Blooming Shots and the Medicinal Sting, constantly weaving it in, and never really just like sit there and only cast the Blooming Shot. So that means I'm going to get a reduced cast time. Sometimes I'll be able to go for another one, I'm thinking, to get the instant cast, but sometimes it'll be just one, and that's fine. And that way, I'll get more out of the Symbiotic Serendipity reduced cast time on Nature spellcast. So let's go ahead and get that. So you can see as I cast my Healing Touch, I'm stacking Serendipity now, and it should work on Healing Rain. You can see only a 1-second cast, and it's only going to cost me 254 mana. So, okay, that's going to be really, really nice. Look at that. Super fast, super strong, and that's going to be a big part of my damage. We've weaved in the Healing Rain now, which is good because obviously it's quite strong. So apparently, according to this, for Primal Tide, we have to go and kill Makrura in Tide Fury Cove in Dustwallow Marsh. So I'm going to head there, and we're going to start killing them on my other guy, on a DPS guy, right? That can kill them faster, and see if we can get it. Okay, maybe I got super lucky, but I just got primal tied on my third Makura. Like, I had just clicked the record button. I was like, what the hell? I already got it. So, okay, that works for me. I guess I don't have to farm that much longer, and we can get right back on the healer. Okay, guys, let's start easy, right? You know, Valentine's, you know, daily dungeon thing going on in Ascension right now. We get pretty decent gear from my item level at this right now, so let's just see if we can make it happen. So I'm looking at the combos right now, right? Like, blooming shot right into the wild growth. Pretty obvious combo. You're immediately getting a little bit of healing. You're immediately making them all take more healing from, again, medicinal sting. So we'll try that. And I've got it up. What does it heal for? I still can't tell. Oh, God, I'm gonna die? Oh, my God, Dragon Pussy died. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, everybody's dying. Oh, no. Oh, no, Maiev is dying, too. Guys, I'm so sorry. But I didn't even realize you were all dying. For me, it came out of nowhere, dude. Okay, we actually did survive. Holy crap. I did have decent burst healing with the healing touch and stuff, but damn, a strength item. We might just keep queuing. Why not? Okay, so I'm queuing again, but dude, I just keep reading this in chat, and I'm like, why does blooming shot get 100% more damage? And why does it do more damage than healing? At this point, I don't auto shot, by the way. Like, it's just pointless. I did want there to be a point, but I really do think full spirit intellect gear is just the way to go. And now the more that I think about it, I'm just gonna go full spirit. All right, healing rain first, blooming shot into the wild growth, and we'll just keep going. So I think this is going to be high, like, activity. Like, this is not going to be one of those healing specs where you don't do anything. It's more like a DPS spec, I think, where you're doing things all the time. You're at least stacking up the blooming shot. Oh, God, people are actually... Dude, what the hell? People are taking so much damage. Dude, okay. Like, literally, I'm casting a healing touch and everybody's dying. Is this really the build? I'm just curious. It's like, why I never? It's like, what is going on right now, man? Like, I don't even know. All I have is, like, memes in my head. I have no idea. How could this be so weak? See, that's a pretty decent crit. That's not horrible at all. I think Maiev might be the tank. Okay, yeah, they are the tank, I think. Okay, so we killed him again. Really? The same item twice? Why? Dude, but they're taking so much damage. And I have such bad mana problems. Okay, so I did one more, and I did actually get the Heartbreak Charm, exactly what I wanted to see from it. Solid little upgrade. I'm still losing a little bit of crit, but getting intellect should just give me crit as well, so it's probably a net gain. Let's see. I could take ranged away, I guess, focus on spell specifically, and my crit only goes down by 0.2. Now, the only enchants I'm using are 3 Nature's Majesty for 6% more crit, and then we have all of the epic enchants as well. Okay, guys, so I just did an M0 real quick. Honestly, it was going kind of okay, but the tank ended up DCing and we all left. I was getting the hang of it all, though. I made an executive decision. You can see right now, I removed regrowth. I got rid of my regrowth talents. I went more into crit, 2 points in the healing way because I had it left over. If I wasn't a dummy and didn't have force of nature, I would have 3 points in healing way. That's going to give me more riptide and more healing, I guess you could say. And otherwise, I've just gone all into crit, all into nature percent healing, all into spirit stuff. Now, the reason I got rid of regrowth is because I realized if ultimately all I want to do is healing touch anyway, and I want to do that for the living seed, which then procs the Garden of Growth, or gets it going, which then therefore gets the symbiotic serendipity going. That's where I want to be, and I don't want to confuse myself by requiring the regrowth. I want to hone it in even more, keep cutting excess spells, trim the fat, and what that's hopefully going to allow me to do is focus more on this enchant Primal Tide, which once again, of course, makes me want to cast Riptide. That's the current plan. Now, I got into a BWL normal. We're going to see how we do in a raid setting. I'm a little scared, a lot of scared, with only 63 item level, but we're gonna make it happen. Full spirit gear now, no auto shotting, don't even care, but you get the ranger fantasy by just casting blooming shot, because I think blooming shot is #1 priority, then healing touch, then riptide, and then my AoE where it's applicable, probably just on cooldown, to be honest with you. I think I literally use all of these 3 on cooldown and then just healing touch, right? That's going to be the plan. I also did roll natural alacrity, which is just a 10% stronger healing touch if I need one, right? So we just know we can do that. Only problem is mana, but that might be fixed with gear. Let's 1, 2, 3, and let's make it happen. Oh, crap, I wasn't ready. Okay, boss. So we're on the second boss. First boss went fine. I've got to see if we can make this happen, though. We have 1 good healer and then me and another guy. So that's where I feel like I am right now. So I just want to make sure that we actually can get this right. So I want to keep the healing rain up the entire time. That's going to be the main goal. And the secondary goal is going to be to keep up that medicinal sting, then the blooming shot to get stacks and the healing touch where appropriate. Now, I got to fix this blinky thing on Voodoo because honestly, it throws me off. I got to turn that off completely if I'm honest with you, just for future reference. These guys are getting kind of far away over here, so I need to position myself to where I can hit all of these guys. I've got 6 stacks. I'm ready to go. I can healing touch that guy, instant cast, that guy, instant... Ooh, that's interesting. Just keep stacking it. Why not? Just keep building. I just have to have the mana pull for it. That is the scary part, right? Keep up that healing rain, wild growth, keep up that medicinal sting, and yeah, I'm... Oh, no! I'm not doing any healing at all. Oh, yikes. The meme is true. Like, I literally heard people say that, like, this was doing 150 HPS. I was like, no, there's no way, right? Like, come on, my brothers. Like, we can do better than that. Here I am doing it, man. Okay, I'm going to innervate myself. Keep up that medicinal sting. Healing rain on this guy, because I think there's, like, more people grouped in this general area. And we can wild growth. We got to stack up on that. Medicinal sting. Okay, it's only 14 seconds on the medicinal sting. The one thing I don't feel like I'm getting the most value out of right now is actually the Riptide. It's actually really tough needing to use blooming growth and knowing blooming growth sucks. Like, you really think it should do literally 5 times the healing it currently does. Maybe not. Maybe 2 or 3 times, but still, anything's better than what it's at right now, right? All right, wild growth right there. Because we need to build those serendipity procs. I feel like a lot of the times I'm not actually using my healing touch as often as I could be. And that's probably why I'm so behind. So my HPS did go up as people are starting to actually need heals. Medicinal Sting, let's put that up. And we'll go for the Healing Touch on that guy, Healing Touch on that guy. I do think the trick is the Healing Touch, and that's sad, right? Like, it's just another Healing Touch spec, but you can see my mana, right? Now, we are under geared probably for the content. Like, I should be a normal, like, MC right now. I'm not even joking. It's low. But we beat the boss. You know, the DPS is so loaded right now. So far, I did get something, by the way. Ring of Blackrock, so item level 70. We're going to make some big gear progress, I can already imagine. Okay, I just want a Chromatic Girdle. Wow, dude, yes. The one I'm most afraid of is Chromagus. The rest I'm not really scared of. Nefarian, maybe. Okay, so like the current strategy though is to just keep, you know, keeping up Grove Ranger by spamming the Blooming Growth. Medicinal Sting and Blooming Growth are definitely underpowered. They do not scale well, and I have to say it's bad design. However, if we're talking about theme, if we're talking about, you know, uniqueness, it's really interesting. It's more ESO. It's like ground targeted heals. A lot of people might not like that. It's only bad in my opinion if it doesn't pump. Like I said, this needs to probably do at least 2 times as much damage. Right now, for example, at my current item level, it's hitting 240 crits sometimes. I personally want to see it crit for like 800, right? And I think that it being ground targeted, the fact that people can run out of it, the fact that it's not that big of a radius compared to like Healing Rain or even the Wild Growth, I think that would be more fair. Sometimes they're a little over conservative and sometimes you get Dark Ranger, you know? It's like, it is what it is. Maybe we go Field Surgeon and we stay in melee range. I don't know. You see how tough this is? It's like nothing makes sense. Okay, so on this one, it looks like I'm doing decent. I'm ignoring the Riptide. I'm just testing it. I'm Blooming Growthing. I'm making sure I use all of my AoE like Wild Growth as often as I can remember, at least on cooldown. Healing Rain definitely for sure. Keep up the Medicinal Sting, right? That's a really hard one for me to remember as well. Okay, we are actually going to keep people up. Blooming Growth. Okay, the boss is dead. So actually, it looks like the enchant bugged again, and I'm going to have to take it off and put it back on because I'm not getting some of my procs right now. I'm supposed to get 100% more healing from the blooming shot. Now that's the problem. I say I want to spam it, but when I end up taking this off and putting it back on, it's actually going to be the case that I want to wait a few seconds before using it again so I can get more healing from it. That's tough. Then maybe I do keep the Riptide. Dude, people are taking so much damage and I'm not helping at all. Like, absolutely. There's no way. I keep running out of stacks. Like, I'm never getting enough stacks of Grove Warden. It's too slow. The other healers are picking up the slack big time, dude. Okay, so we're using the Healing Rain and it's really slow into a Wild Growth. Blooming shot some more, right? Okay, we won. It was really dicey, really scary. Chromatic Spalders dropped. Maybe we'll win that little consolation prize. This is scary, guys. Ultimately, I do just want to show all the builds. So we're going to do some more after this, and I'll show you more of the build. And then I'm going to get this video out today and work on another of the brand new things coming out. It's just a really weird one, and I heard from people it was ridiculous. I had to give it a try. It's definitely ridiculous, though, right? Like, it's actually one of the most ridiculous enchants they've ever come up with in terms of just all over the place. And they've reworked some crazy crap in the past. I guarantee you this is going to see some kind of rework. Guarantee you. And they need to do as few of those as possible, right? Like, it's not okay, in my opinion, to release an enchant and then take it away like they did. Remember in the past with like Cauterizing Flames and stuff? Like within a month and we just didn't see them again. So did we really get anything? No. And so we went through a drought. And I don't want to see that. Dark Ranger great so far. Thunderbear fine so far. This one definitely on the super underpowered side so far, and clunky to play with the blooming shot. I do think it's cool and ESO-like, but like with the low healing and stuff, sometimes during the Chromagus fight, like I was using it and nothing was happening. It was really awkward trying to place it on the ground and shoot somebody with it at the same time and, you know, not have to just waste all your stacks on Wild Growth, because the Wild Growth consumes all of them. So I'm going to take this off, put it back on. Did you see that? It says consumes 1 stack and it just consumed all 5. That's why I was getting screwed. So is it going to do it again? Dude, what is this buggy enchant? Hey, look, it's consuming all of them. It literally is only supposed to consume one. So one thing I'm realizing as well, like another weird thing about the ridiculous design of this, right? Why do you want people to wait between blooming shots when outside of the occasional medicinal sting, which doesn't work on almost anything due to the quick times of things being killed? So maybe in a higher mythic plus key, you'll have a target. Maybe on a boss, yeah, you do, but the healing is so low. So outside of the occasional only one medicinal sting, because as you can see, they specify only one guy can have this on them, right? You only have the blooming shot. So if you're going to force me to wait 3 or 4 seconds in between blooming shots, when am I ever building grove stacks? If I'm not building grove stacks, what is the point of this enchant? I mean, truthfully and honest to God, guys, let me know in the comment section below if you figured something out. But based on what we just saw in the Hero Architect, nobody's come up with anything interesting. I mean, they've come up with good specs, don't get me wrong. I'm assuming, right? But it's nothing that's like, oh yeah, this is like how it should be with Grove Ranger. It's totally screaming for a rework, man. Okay, so let's get that healing rain up. Go for the wild growth. It steals all my stacks. Makes me never want a wild growth. Let's just not wild growth since it's stealing my stacks. Let's just go for these healing touches and these healing rains. And what if that's the build, lol? What if it's just healing touch, healing rain, and blooming, and also medicinal? We have to remember that, so I just put that up right now. I mean, it could be, to be honest with you. And maybe I do just get rid of some epic enchants. Maybe that is the ultimate thing. Maybe that's what these other guys were doing too. They're like, yeah, I figured it out. Okay, he got healed by somebody else, thank God. Like, if you don't have stacks, it sucks. And you don't want to spend them on wild growth, to be honest with you. I cannot wait to show you guys how much healing the medicinal sting does. It's, oh my God, we're just going to pull it up on the damage meters at the very end, you know? Like, see how blooming shot just doesn't seem to work sometimes? It's like if you misclick and you accidentally like hover over the actual mob, it won't actually work. It's so weird. The whole spec is bugged to hell, dude. The whole spec is bugged to hell. At least we're in second because one of the other healers died, so we can get this big healing touch off. The healing touches are definitely the way to go. Yeah, I think it's a single target healing touch spec at the end of the day. It's not really a Grove Ranger in that regard, but at least I think that's how it's supposed to work. It does push me over the edge on this concept, though, which is that sometimes, and I actually already edited this opinion out of the video, so I'm just maybe going to add it again, I don't know, is that I feel like sometimes on Koa and on here, what I've noticed with Ascension is that they don't really, like, they'll build an idea for a theme, let's just say that, and they always get their thematic concepts down packed, right? Grove Ranger, you know, the Dark Ranger, all the stuff they've made before. I mean, I don't have to list it all off, but like all of them are very thematic. That's how I can make my videos, because they're at least interesting and cool thematically, right? However, what they seem to get wrong is that they just try to make it work by any means possible. They quit caring about it actually feeling like the theme, at least from my perspective, a lot of the time, and you just end up with something that works, right? But at the end of the day, it's still just healing touch, or it's still just, you know, spamming bloodthirst and slam. You know what I mean? Like, it's something like that. So maybe that's like a fair criticism, and hopefully they can actually, you know, take that and maybe do something with it. I don't know. I'm assuming that we're not done getting new enchants. Oh God, no. Please, please kill him. Come on, Big Dick DPS, kill him. Yeah, I think we just wiped, and I don't want to have to do this again. That sucks. Damn it, dude. We're gonna have to do it again.
15 minutes later.
Okay, guys, we did end up killing him again. We did not get any extra loot, though. Probably deserved based on the performance with this spec. We did get the chromatic girdle, like I said, and the Ring of the Blackrock. That is at least good enough. Let's go to Orgrimmar. Let's get that chromatic girdle on. Let's get everything enchanted, and let's try one more version of the spec that is far more honed in, right? Okay, guys, Belt of Transcendence. I'll definitely take that, 70 item level, and ultimately, this is going to give me more crit as a percentage of my spirit. I like that for any spec I might play, so that's what we'll go for first. So one thing I do see with this guy's thing is that he says use Chimera Shot to reset the dot heal from Serpent Sting. I guess you can, but I don't think there's much of a difference, right? Unless you care about damage. Now, I did hear in World Chat, could have been a meme, that this is actually a good spec in PvP, just Grove Ranger in general. I think that's sus, number one, because nobody really cares. You know what I mean? That would just be real. But number two, it's like, oh, really? Okay, guys, screw it. Let's just do one more. One more, just giving the spec a try, showing it to you guys, and putting my 2 cents out there. So far, first impressions on it. And you know what? So far, it's fine. It's not Dark Ranger. I actually want to play that one again, and I cannot wait to show you guys more gameplay on it. But it's still interesting and thematic and fun. It'll most likely be changed, and I'm just going to keep spamming Blooming Shot. Now, currently, once again, let me double check this. Wild Growth should only consume 1 stack. I think it'll consume all 6. Oh, it consumed 5. So it's not in the tooltip as far as I can see where it's consuming 5. Okay, so I've got the Healing Rain up, and we've got Medicinal Sting. I think that's a 369. Actually, I don't think it's doing anything. I literally think I have to take the enchant on and back off again. Isn't that so weird? Because, like, I keep not getting my blooming to go off. It's so weird, dude. Okay, so for example, medicinal sting. What's the heal? Show me a heal. What does it heal for? I wanted to show you guys. 82 and 169. Wow, that's bad. Holy crap, guys. I'm literally being out-healed by this guy's victory rush proc. All right, so put a healing rain down. I've got 2 stacks ready of the blooming growth. Almost had 2 stacks. There we go. And I can healing touch that guy instant cast. And that's the main thing I think I'm supposed to be doing. Also, ultimately, I did switch to a staff. The reason I did that is because the staff is 3% spell crit. And right now we're at 38%. If the whole point is to crit with healing touch, I just thought let's stack the crit and stack spirit first, obviously, because it converts to crit, but then crit after that, right? So I switched some talents around. We're now at 41% crit. Like, I'm really going hard right now. That's 50% if you include the healing touch exclusive talents. So we're almost going to be critting all the time. So boom, there's a crit. That's what I want to see. So I've honed it down to medicinal sting, healing touch, wild growth once they fix that, with the healing rain and the blooming shot spam. And with the innervate and stuff, hopefully we don't run out of mana. Like, that's basically what I've got going for me right now. Okay, so I put down the solar beam. I actually love that. So good, dude. It's targeted. You don't have to hit a mob first with it. So interestingly good. Okay, that's a big heal on that guy. These guys are all pretty low, but watch as I just throw out the instant healing touches, right? So that has to be it. You build up the stacks with the blooming shot. 709 right there. That's a lot better. That's because I got 100% more healing, I'm sure. Big healing touch on that guy. Another big healing touch on that guy. 1 guy died. 2 guys have died. So I can innervate myself. So I think there's an eye infinitely spawning void walkers. I hate my life, dude. Why me? I can't kill it. I'm not freaking DPS. Why me, guys? Come on. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm actually dead. Wow, 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 wow. Y'all have no idea how painful this is right now. It is definitely more fun to play when I'm not using all this extra crap. No regrowth, no rejuve, no riptide. But I see other specs playing life bloom and stuff, and I'm like, there's just gonna be some weird, you know, non-grove rangey way to play it. You know, it's just gonna be Druid. It's just gonna be Resto Druid. That's why I try to avoid that. You guys know it. Like, I get it. We could do Resto Druid and slap on some garbage and barely use this stuff, or we could try to commit to the theme as much as we can. And we've tried in this video, I think, but we've really honed it down to like bare bones at this point. Instant on that guy, and we'll do another blooming shot. Instant on Molten. I think I recognize Molten, actually. So we'll blooming shot. We raided with this guy in the beginning, I think. Blooming shot again. Another. Oh, there we go. Big crit right there. I'll take it. We're low on mana. I'm going to go for the innervate. Okay, random stuff is getting pulled again. Do you guys remember from my tank video, I think it was, where I was like, I think random stuff is aggroing? Look at this. Where did all those ogres and weird things come from, man? Okay, I barely survived right there. Why is everything on me? Don't let everything be on your healer. I'm actually banished right now, and I'm immune to damage, and I'm totally cool with that. Typically, it's a bad thing, right? Can't heal anybody, but at least I'm not dying. Okay, there we go. Healing touch on this guy. This guy says people wouldn't be playing Dark Ranger all day if the new specs actually worked. That's actually a big true. He'll probably get trolled, but that's actually a really big true. Like, after I experienced this, I know what he means. I just hope he doesn't actually imply there, and is correctly implying there, that multiple specs are not working right that are new, because I think that's what he means, and that's going to suck if that's true. This guy says you should really focus on rebuilding existing enchants instead of making new ones. I think that's partly true. Like, I think they should take old enchants and remake them into something way better, and that's basically what he's saying, right? So we are starting to see a little bit of the cracks in the design. I hope Ascension understands that they can't possibly be perfect. Neither am I, neither are you, and this is okay, right? But sometimes I've been having conversations recently where it feels like they think they've got it figured out. I think you should never get complacent. That was one of the reasons I was happy about Project Deus, or whatever it's called, but I did think that the healthy competition would be good for Ascension. Now that they're gone, now that Deus got, like, destroyed somehow through cringe means, now we just have to deal with the fact that Ascension has a monopoly again. Just some things to keep in mind, you know? I guess the real test will be what happens with the Koa level 60 alpha, and I hope they don't take too long for that, but we'll really see where their design is at with that. Is it going to be all over the place? Is it going to be like, well, we're just going to shove everything in the game and, you know, that's going to be good enough? So I am just spamming the blooming shot, and I'm just going to go for an innervate right here after that wild growth after the blooming shot. Medicinal sting, I know I should put it up, but, like, it's not doing anything. And so I'm not doing it because I'm dumb. It's just literally barely healing for anything. But anyway, blooming shot. We have the healing rain up as well. We're going to go for a wild growth right here. Why not? And another one of these blooming shots. Another medicinal sting. And then I'll go ahead and boom on that guy. Huge crit, basically. He's at full health. That's what matters the most. Another wild growth. And yeah, this guy's dead. King Gordok, die, and dead. Okay, I'm just gonna pass on all this garbage. Do we get anything though from the spirit selection? Not really. Like technically yes, I am going to go with the Ogre Seer Fist, so that's a big upgrade actually because it is more spirit. It's more of most things I want. I'll take that. It's pretty good. Okay, so we did get something. There is something to be happy about. But yeah, with just some design thoughts, guys, and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about. I think that Grove Ranger is very buggy right now, and so there's not much else to show thematically and stuff, though. It is pretty cool, but let me know in the comment section below what you think. I'm going to put a better version of this spec with more enchants and stuff in my Discord, of course, and you guys can mess around with that, iterate on it if you want to. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for the Grove Ranger, guys. Go ahead and wait. Oh yeah, put the gloves on right here, and that's going to be pretty good. We'll have this healer guy with even better gear for the next time we play healer, which will be soon. Lots of healer specs just came out, and okay, I'm just going to greed. I don't want to like literally pass on everything because I'm trying to actually sell and vendor stuff and make some gold. And vendoring crap you greed is actually really good on Ascension because they give you so much crap, you know? Okay, but anyway, guys, let's just go ahead and do the giveaway from the last video. That Dark Ranger video, it was lit, even though I messed up and had to upload it another day after the day I was supposed to do it. It didn't matter. The video was lit. It's pumping right now. So let's get the Grove Ranger out, man. Let's do the giveaway. I hate when I do this. It happens once in a blue moon. I just gave this guy his giveaway and did not click the record button. I don't even know if I showed you guys this, but it's Kazan XD, and he talks about, he plays a physical version of my Dark Ranger build, of the Dark Ranger build, I should say, critical misses as well, rather than a more warlocky one. And he said maybe not as good DPS, but he's having fun with it. I said that's what matters, man. And he got feral spirits, and he says that's pretty thematic, having a couple hunting hounds with him while he plays, and I gotta say that's badass as well. One thing I did say is that if you really do want to play a physical version of the spec, you can still do that with the one I'm playing. Remember, I'm full agi, full physical, no SP with my spec, and I've been told that testing the SP version with the spec that people are already playing also works with about equal DPS, which is kind of cool. So if you do want to play more physical-like, I can say that the current version that I'm playing on Dark Ranger does feel like a hunter and not like a warlock, so there you go. But anyway, I gave you a mount and some other stuff in the giveaway, so GG, bro. As always, though, guys, if you want a chance of winning something in my videos, all you gotta do is leave a comment in the comment section below with your in-game name and like that video, bro, by the way. I keep forgetting to say that, and you have a chance of winning something in my next Ascension video. But anyway, guys, first of all, major thank you to all of my members, man. We keep getting more every single day. It feels good. Come join the community, get all the perks of it, and I really appreciate you guys that are already here, and some of you guys that have been here for like 2+ years, which is crazy dedication, and I won't ever forget it, by the way, just so you guys know. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and to subscribe. But listen, I know Grove Ranger's a bit of a letdown. Lots of bugs, not too powerful, maybe kind of sleeper in PvP. I can see why. You spam Blooming Shot, you healing touch instant cast. It does sound strong for that, but if that's the only place it's good and it's kind of gimmicky and kind of cringe, is it really a good design? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comment section below. Like I said, though, I'll see you in the next one. Mcdoubles out.